Can't tell if I'm live yet. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Just gonna wait a second. All right, here we go. Just took a minute to boot up. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. We're gonna be enjoying one of those Samuel Adams summer ales, those citrus wheat ales. It's been a crazy couple of days. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news at all, especially last night around 7:55 Central Time. But anyway, wild times. What's new with you guys? Man, that's good. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about today. I think I just kind of wanted to drink a beer and hang out. I wanted to show this off because this gave me a cool idea. So it's a citronella candle, but the wick is actually like a tiny piece of wood. So I think I'll make up some of these like little emergency candles. They got a lot of fat wood scraps, so we can make some cool little wicks with that. So I thought that was a pretty interesting idea. I never thought of just using a stick for a wick. Always considered like paper towels, cotton fibrous things, but never just a straight up piece of wood. Like that one looks like a popsicle stick or something. But a piece of fat wood, it's probably better than that. Anyway, the last time we were live, we learned a lot about Samuel Adams, one of the OG founding fathers. So what he did is he was one of the original founders of the Sons of Liberty. So the Sons of Liberty pretty much kicked off the whole. Well, let me start over. So Samuel Adams pretty much wrote all of like the legislation that was like anti-British taxation back before or back during when we were still the colonies of England. So what was going on there is to make up for the 7 Years' War that the English had with France, and the theater that happened in North America was called the French Indian War. It's all part of the same war. So to recoup some of the losses there, the British government started taxing the colonies on a bunch of just crazy stuff. Anything that came from England got taxed. So what Samuel Adams would do is he was in the House of Burgesses, I think it was called. It was like the lower branch of their parliamentary government of his colony. And so what he did is he helped pass legislation that was anti those British taxes. So he was also responsible for boycotts and things like that, like Stamp Act, and then like the Tea Act and stuff like that. So he was a very big part of getting the whole American Revolution thing kicked off. So cheers to you. I also found out everybody thinks he was a brewer, a beer brewer, but he was actually a maltist. So what a maltist did is they grew and prepared the malt that was sold to the beer makers, the brewers. Now, he may have dabbled in the side. I mean, who wouldn't? You have all this malt. So, yeah. So, pretty interesting stuff. Now, I don't know. I think my demographic is a little bit to the older side, but there was this really awesome video game that came out in the 2010s called Assassin's Creed number 3, and that game took place during the American Revolution. And that is probably one of my favorite games because of the setting, the characters, and the historical accuracy. And there's nothing I love more than being an assassin fighting on the side of the colonists fighting for freedom from the Templars and the British alike. I didn't really have any interesting news stories today, but we could check it out and see if there's anything. Um, I mean, there is interesting stuff going on in the news, but nothing that I prepared. I'm just gonna more hang out today. I was trying to set up one of those go live togethers to see just in case anybody wanted to like jump in and hang out and stuff with me, but um, what was going on here is that but every time I tried to take my thumbnail picture, the phone would go to vertical mode, and I don't know what all that is about. So I did not enjoy that, and I didn't know how to fix it. So we had to stop and start the whole stream over a couple of times. So it is what it is. Um, so Donald Trump tweeted on tweeted on X for the first time in a while. So that was interesting. I didn't think that was going to happen because he has his own Twitter style app or whatever. All right, let's see what we got. I think we got some pretty interesting local stories here. There was one from earlier. Someone tried to carjack or rob a cab driver in Metairie. Metairie is like an adjacent like city to New Orleans. It's like the Rio Rancho to Albuquerque. Uh, you know what I mean? So it's like it's like a suburb almost, but it's its own thing. Um, so yeah, somebody tried to carjack or mug this taxi driver. Taxi driver pulled out his own weapon and replied in kind. So I like to see our law-abiding citizens, you know, practice their Second Amendment and protect themselves. That's exactly what it's for. So, you know, it was it was used responsibly, and again, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. So I'm glad that cab driver stayed well regulated. You know what I mean? Trying to see what else we had. More wildfires around. So, oil refinery in Louisiana after a chemical leak, apparently. Well, that's crazy. Here we go. I think we got some photos here. We'll open this in Brave because NOLA.com sucks. And it never lets me, they want you to subscribe and shit. We don't have time or money for that. 2-mile evacuation ordered after chemical release. Fire at Garyville Petroleum Refinery. Dude, that is right near the shooting range that I go to. Nick's shooting range. So that's pretty crazy. That is right there. Let's see if we can get the pictures. Damn. All right, thank you for listening. Man, that's crazy. Man, that's a huge fire. They got trucks out there. Dang, this thing is huge. That's not good. Not good at all. Damn. Yeah, that is right near Nick's shooting range. That's some black smoke. That's wild. Located about 40 miles of the Mississippi from New Orleans. It looks like it's kind of contained to one area. Dang, that's wild. There have been a lot of fires recently around here. There was a, yeah, that's happening right now. Um, Happening right now. Check out this one. That whole thing is it's a refinery. Like, ugh, not good. All right, looks like Joe Biden's on vacation some more. That's wild. Yeah, a chemical leak led to the fire. That's all the info that I have here right now. Hopefully, they update it here soon. So that's wild. Yeah, we had one over like in New Orleans East, like in St. Bernard Parish, the other day, and that one, like the smoke and everything, like came down the river. Like I was at work that day, and that morning it just like smelled like smoke, and it was like real heavy, and yeah, it was crazy. Like we just went inside for a while. Uh, yeah, because it was nuts. But at first, the officials from St. Bernard Parish or whatever were like, "We don't know where the fire's coming from." It's like nobody like followed the smoke. They were like, "We confirmed it's not from us," but it ended up being in St. Bernard Parish. So it's just a little ridiculous. If that says anything about how put together Louisiana is, it's not very well put together. For instance, I saw this video last night. Legally Armed America was or is interviewing sheriff candidates for the sheriff for his parish. And the one he had on last night, this dude didn't even know like the difference between like the Constitution, if a law was unconstitutional or not. Like he was just like, if Congress passes the law, I'll enforce the laws and the Constitution, and it didn't make sense. And Paul said like more than once, you know, they can pass a law. A law can be a law, and a law can still be unconstitutional. So would you enforce the unconstitutional law? And the guy was just like such a politician with his answers. Like he just kept saying, "Well, if it's a law, I'll enforce the law." Didn't say that he would or would not enforce or not unconstitutional laws. And the whole thing, it was, I hope the candidates for his parish just get better from the one that he interviewed, because that was pretty sad. If, you know, but that being said, that one candidate, if it is the worst candidate, um, that man is still better than the sheriff of my parish, if that's saying anything. So, yeah. The mayor was in the news again recently. So, city council voted to override the mayor's veto that they passed to put the city-owned apartment back onto listings for regular citizens to rent out. So uh, the mayor had been spending a lot of nights and essentially just living in that apartment while hooking up with her security officer. Uh, there was a big thing about that, and then uh, it turned out she was having some issues with her husband, and then just recently her husband just passed away a couple of days ago. And it was sad, but she was messing around with him, with that cop that was her security. They were fucking in the apartment all the time. So now we took it away. The funny thing was her statement after the city council overturned her veto. She said that it is a shame that the city of New Orleans does not own their own private box in the Superdome or the sports center, and that was a shame. So I think she just became the mayor for the perks and not for the job. And we really dropped the ball on that recall there. So I guess if you do want your own personal box in the Superdome, you're going to need to become mayor. Not mayor, you are mayor. Governor. We got GE Outdoors. What's up, Grandpa Easy? How you doing, man? Checking in here. It's 4:03 over there where you are, so that's cool. It's 5:03 over here checking in. We're drinking that Sam Adams Summer Ale. Only got a little bit left, so I won't keep you guys for too much longer. Yeah, so crazy stuff here in the city of New Orleans, like usual. Yeah, I guess with that, yeah, right. Thank God it's Friday. You said it, cuz. Whew, man. Yeah, I don't really drink that much, so this one beer is, it's hitting. You know what I mean? But anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me, for a little bit. Might go ahead and play that Assassin's Creed 3 that I was talking about earlier. That was a pretty cool game. Anyway, guys, let's learn some lessons from some of these stories that we read, and like that cab driver that carried and was able to save himself from that would-be assailant. So remember to stay well regulated, keep your firearms and weapons clean and in good working order, and remember to stay well regulated. Thank you for watching. If you watched on Rumble, make sure you smash that Rumble button. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Peace.